Okay, so one really important issue that we often help clients with, and we actually deal with clients from both ends of this spectrum, but that is helping children to buy a home and what are the options to do this and what's the best way to do this. And obviously, from client to client, it really depends on their circumstances. And really, I'd say the first thing is the very, very best way to help your children to buy a home is to encourage them from a young age to learn to save, and find a way. And you might not be great at your own financial habits, but find a way to try and help them get a reasonable basic financial education and get into a savings habit and teach them to save and encourage them to save for a home, and instill that importance. We're seeing even a few more younger people where they don't really realise the importance of owning a home and home ownership and how achievable it is. So I think that's really the first way. So that's the first step. But then practically, when it is getting harder and harder for we say young people, but we see couples at various different ages or couples with children at various ages that are finding it hard to get into the housing market or get back into the housing market. So there's a few good options how you can help children with a home deposit. Some people some clients are in a position where they can actually gift a deposit, so to gift the child a deposit for their home. And if you're in a position to do that, that's great. Often in the past, we would actually encourage a loan instead of a gift, but our mortgage broker friends tell us that that's becoming hard and hard, and often, most financial institutions will actually ask for a, kind of a affidavit or statutory declaration saying that no, it was actually a gift. So that's not such a viable option anymore. The second option is something that's, I think, quite underutilized or at least underexplored, and that is a parent giving a limited guarantee. And that's often shied away from because it's not very well understood. But basically what happens is that as a parent, the parent gives guarantees, say, 20% of the loan. And they would usually, and to do that, you'd usually give equity in your own property. So you'd use your own property as security. But in most cases, it can work quite well if you've got enough equity, value in your own property for the child to use to buy their home. That's something that's really that can work quite well and worth exploring, at least worth seriously considering. And then the third option is lending money, and I touched on that before, is actually lending money for the deposit. Our mortgage broker friends tells us that that's getting harder, so a lot of banks and financial institutions won't accept a loan for a deposit, but apparently there are some, so get good mortgage broking advice, but there are apparently some that will still do it. So I guess the last one to touch on, which is kind of related, is to help your child get good information on all the different government schemes that's available. First Home Super Saver scheme and Home Builder at the moment, and various state and federal schemes to help get into homes, so if they have a good understanding of that. But it's very important to help your kids get a home if you can, and some good ways that you can do it.